I'm Donna Dinko. I guess I can call myself the president now. Welcome. This is one of a very special event, and so it's really nice to have time to be able to celebrate everyone who is an award winner. I know throughout our profession it's important to be recognized for the work that we do. And I think our organization does a great job of doing that. So we have a lot of awards. We are going to catch up from 2020 to 2021. First, I want to thank the awards committee. I've been on the awards committee, and it is a lot of work because it's really, really hard to decide who's going to win because all of the applicants are usually very deserving of the award. So this year's award committee was Landon Calderwood, Heidi Radonovich, Barbara Scully, Derek Fogg, and then Tony Weesey, who is the staff liaison. We want to recognize all award recipients from 2020 to 2021. When I say your name, if you're here, please stand, and then just stay standing, and then we'll do an applause once everyone has been announced. So for our undergraduate scholarship, the Jewell Taylor Scholarship, the recipient in 2020 was Sadie Hooker, who is from the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. Our 2021 recipient was Kenzie Lee Camp. For the fellowships, and these are for the graduate work, our recipients were Taylor Newman from the University of Georgia. She received the Jewell L. Taylor Fellowship. Jashu Song from the University of Texas Austin received the Ethel Parker International Fellowship. Sukhian Sun from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro received the Elizabeth Williams International Award. And Jing Chen Zhang from the University of Minnesota received the Helen Stroh International Fellowship. Those were for 2020. For 2021, Christiana Hogans received the Mary Cochran Fellowship. Tanya Neighbor received the Mildred Davis Fellowship, and she's from the Georgia affiliate. Charlene Smith received the Jewell Taylor Fellowship, and she is from the Pennsylvania affiliate. Let's give everyone a round of applause. I know they'll hear the applause across the United States. Our new achievers in 2020 were Ivy Odom from the Georgia affiliate, Annie Pitts, CFCS from the Kansas affiliate, Hannah Uppel from the Tennessee affiliate. The new achiever for 2021 was Nicole Heflin from the Indiana affiliate, Rebecca Long, CFCS from the Arkansas affiliate. Our leader awards or recipients for 2020 were Gayla Randall, CFCS, Kansas affiliate, Ida Marie Snortland, CFCS, retired, South Dakota affiliate, Carol Warhan, Indiana affiliate. Our leader award recipients for 2021 were Janine Duncan, CFCS, Kansas affiliate, Sharon Shea Pate from the Florida affiliate, Jeannie Schwashwang, CFCS from the Wisconsin affiliate, Nancy M. Shepard from the Texas affiliate, and Alice Spangler, CFCS, retired from the Indiana affiliate. Our Distinguished Service Award winners from 2020 were Carolyn Barnhart, CFCS, Wisconsin, Jacqueline Holland, CFCS, HDFS, Maryland, Jane Steiner, CFCS, retired, Indiana, and Virginia Vincenti, CFCS, Wyoming. And our Distinguished Service Award recipients for 2021 were Joanne Blankston from Kentucky affiliate, Karen Berg, Washington affiliate, and Dwayne Whitback, Kansas affiliate. In addition addition to our wonderful 2021 award recipients, we want to recognize our 50-year members and our 2022 Teacher of the Year. If you're in attendance, please stand. All right, now we're going to get into our award recipients for 2022, and Nancy will be presenting those recipients, or the awards to the recipients. So, when I say your name, come up, and we'll stand up here kind of between the two of us, and I'll read a little bit about you. So our first award is the Jewell Taylor Scholarship. The recipient of this award is Emily Hogsett from Colorado. Emily's passion for service and leadership began when she joined 4-H at 8 years old. As she grew older, she realized how important both service and leadership were to her, and then especially when she started thinking about college. Her plans are to attend Colorado State University to study family and consumer sciences education. Emily stated that by being a teacher, she hopes to make an impact on the future society. FCS lessons are very important and needed throughout life. FCCLA and FCS have had a huge impact on her life, and she hopes to do the same for future students. Congratulations, Emily. Our next award is the Jewell Taylor Fellowship, and this is for graduate studies. Our recipient this year is Nicole Wanago. Nicole is from Montana. Nicole's professional career began with leading the Take Charge Today program focused on fostering youth financial capability and well-being by providing ready-to-teach activity-based lesson plans and ongoing professional development for educators. Currently, she is the FCS teacher educator at Montana State University, committed to providing leadership to recruit and retain FCS educators and build interdisciplinary partnerships. Nicole coordinates efforts to expand FCS education by creating a content-rich graduate program for added endorsement to address the national FCS teacher shortage. In addition, Nicole provides career mentorship and coordinates internship placements among 3 undergraduate people-centered degree programs that result in 12,000 plus annual hours of student experiential learning. Congratulations, Nicole. AAFCS Awards of Excellence recognize members who are nominated by their affiliates for significant contributions to the field and their involvement with AAFCS. 2022 new achievers and leaders do the same. When I call your name, come up front. Our first new achiever is Ashley Childs. Ashley is a family and consumer sciences extension agent in Georgia. Her work exhibits the qualities that are essential to increasing awareness and disseminating knowledge about family and consumer sciences. She develops meaningful relationships with colleagues and community members, delivers a variety of educational programming, attends regular professional development, and maintains active membership in associated field organizations. Congratulations, Ashley. Our next new achiever recipient is Olivia Johnson. Dr. Olivia Johnson is an assistant professor of retailing and consumer science at the University of Houston. Dr. Johnson also continues to make an impact to the FCS body of knowledge through numerous publications, grants, and presentations. She has been recognized for her ongoing research, which focuses on the intersection of social media and connective movements. Congratulations, Olivia. Our next recipient is Michael Westbrook, CFCS. Michael currently teaches at Menasha High School. He excels with innovative activities for his students and the community. Over 100 children attended a kids camp event with child development focus. In addition, he implemented a furniture restoration and redesign into the interior design curriculum. In addition, Michael has invited more than 25 guest speakers to his classroom in the healthcare pathway. He has also implemented real-life activities for health occupations. Congratulations, Michael. Karen Alexander is also a recipient of the Leader Award. Karen was nominated by the Texas affiliate and is the director of the Texas Tech University. Although Karen wasn't able to attend due to FCCLA, Karen has been involved in AAFCS for 26 years and has been active on the state and national levels. She has served as an officer in Texas numerous years and been a member of the Awards Committee and Public Policy Committee on the national level. On the national level, Karen has made more than 20 presentations at AAFCS conferences and 4 IFHE international presentations. She works to be involved and engaged with groups that represent family and consumer sciences and networks with professionals across the country. Congratulations. Next recipient of the Leader Award is Donna Dinko, and she was nominated by the Wisconsin affiliate. Her professional life has included classroom teaching, curriculum specialist, staff development, as well as being a consultant and a writer. All of her connections have given her opportunities to work in various educational backgrounds, bringing her full circle as a retiring professional that has made a positive impact on family, friends, educators, and community. Congratulations, Donna. Our next Leader Award is Charlene Cato, CFCS HDFS. Charlene was nominated by the Washington affiliate. Charlene has been a professor at Seattle Pacific University since 1987. She currently serves as professor and chair of Human Development and Family Studies in the Department of Family and Consumer Sciences. Charlene is nationally certified Family and Consumer Sciences, Human Development, Family Services. Charlene has raised the bar high for her students, peers, and community, modeling the importance of professional involvement and leadership. Her vision, enthusiasm, and dedication has made a positive impact on individuals, families, and the community at a local, state, national, and international level. Congratulations, Charlene. Susan Shockey, CFCS CPFFE, has also received our Leader Award. Susan Shockey was nominated by the Ohio affiliate. She is an Ohio State University faculty emeritus and served as the USDA National Institute of Food and Agricultural National Program Leader. Her research focuses on financial capability, has been published in the Journal of Financial Counseling and Planning in June 2004. Additionally, the Ohio Attorney General and State Treasurer appointed her to the Ohio Personal Finance Committee. Her commitment to the profession of FCS is embedded in her heart. Congratulations, Susan.
I'll go this way.
Distinguished Service Award. This award has been given by the association since 1979. It is the highest honor that AAFCS bestows. This is a tribute to outstanding AAFCS members for their significant contributions to the profession, as well as sustained leadership within the association. Honorees receive a plaque and a book of letters from their peers. Friends, family, and peers also honor DSA recipients with their gifts to the DSA Honorary Fund. Today, our first honoree is Beverly Card, CFCS. The Maryland affiliate nominated her for this award, but Bev is also a member of the Virginia affiliate. The affiliate honored or nominated Bev, because she is a longstanding, esteemed member of the organization. She's an exceptional professional model who has exemplified throughout her career in family and consumer sciences noteworthy contributions and achievements to build social, economic, and human capital for individuals, families, and communities. As an instruction, research, and service outreach professional, her leadership, followership, and mentorship skills for the foundation for a pathway that our next generation of professionals can follow to make a difference in the profession and societies globally. And now we have a video to show. I invite Bev over to say a few words.
That is heavy. That was so much fun to see the video. Thank you, AAFCS. I think Tony's the one that put it together. We were asked to submit 30 pictures, and you're not sure, how it's going to come out and how it's going to tell the story. My college graduation picture preceded my high school graduation. So if you notice a little difference there. I started out playing school in the garage with the neighborhood children. I was always going to be a teacher. And then 4-H is what brought me into home economics. I was in a small town. There were 100 students in my graduating class, and you could have one elective if you were on the college bound track. So I took band because I liked to play the flute. Yes. Then it came along, and it was time for, and a lot of people in the room are going to remember, Betty Crocker Homemaker Award for a graduating senior. Well, guess who went in and took the test, even though I hadn't been in any of the classes? And it's because of the solid foundation that I had in 4-H. And she wasn't the happiest teacher, but she did present the award. So that was like something that was really special. And all the ribbons and everything, I've been trying to consolidate pictures and stuff in my house during COVID, and those are all of my 4-H ribbons. And it was everything you could think of. The sheep was the fun part that I got to do with the farm kids, but I did the cooking, I did the sewing, I did the gardening, I did leadership, and leadership was the beginning of my leadership path that has led me to every place else I've been. Had a great career teaching. I taught for 44 years because I wanted to, not because I had to. I remember as a young teacher seeing some of those teachers that were about to retire, 28, 29 years in the classroom, and I thought, I want to be like that when I grow up. And I don't want my children in that person's classroom. And I wasn't. That was the good news. That is not what happened. Great career both in Maryland. That's why I'm affiliated with the Maryland AAFCS affiliate. I was there for 35 years, part of the Retire Rehire program that was abruptly stopped. I gave up tenure and I took Retire Rehire because they needed family and consumer sciences teachers. It sounded good to me, and I wasn't worried about giving up tenure. And that was fine till we got a new superintendent. And we looked at how many teachers were in the Retire Rehire program, and we were being well paid. We took a pay cut, but only $10,000. We were far better paid than a first-year teacher. And he said, nope, we can fill those spaces with first-year teachers. And in 1 year, he wiped out all of the institutional memory in the county. I stayed for an extra year. I was the child development teacher. Those were my classroom pictures, like on the first day of school, getting ready. And I was always well set up in the spring. I was ready I ran a preschool, so I had my parents lined up for the next year. I ran an internship program for the second-year students. I had my elementary mentors all set up, and then I ran a work-study program for my third-year students. It was all set up when all that happened in July, but it wasn't ready to leave for someone else, and I knew that. And I just said, I'll stay for a year, I'll take the first salary that you're gonna give me, and then I'll retire next year. He said, great, I want you back. On the first day the teachers reported back into the building, he was called to his office. He said the principals fought so much with the superintendent that a high school principal was allowed to keep 3 retiree hires, and I was one of the 3 that he chose. Aww. So I did get paid reasonably. And he said, I think that program's gonna go on for a while. I said, great, I'm in. I've been in the same building for 30 years. I was getting the children of former students as my preschoolers. It was a great community piece. Then the next year, in May, he called me in and he said, it isn't gonna work. We're not gonna be able to do this a second time. Well, I sponsored the Future Teachers Club. It was Future Teachers of America, then it was Future Educators, and now it's called Educators Rising as a CTSO. Anyway, we always handled the retirement parties. I was the head of it, OMAC, Family and Consumer Sciences, and my students made a book for each retiring teacher, going back into yearbooks and photographing them wherever they were in the yearbook for how many years they'd been in the building. And we were well underway, and it was like mid-May. I said, you can't do your own retirement party. So I was kicked out, and a whole collective group came up and took over and worked with my students, and everything happened. And you know, that story is just like everything that's ever happened to me in AAFCS. There's always been mentors, supporters, and a whole team that supports anything and everything that we do. It's been a real privilege to be part of this organization. I started out in ESAE, I was Teacher of the Year, and top 10 back in 2002 when there were 45 applicants. I did make the top 10, and I met a lady that's being honored tonight, Miss Marilyn. And from then on, I was involved with ESAE, and then I was ESAE section chair, and then I was on the board of directors, and it just kept going. It's been wonderful to serve this organization. I still give back to the organization. I care about what everybody's doing, even though I'm a retiree. And I think most of you in the room know that I kind of have a big job that I said I'd do for 4 years. It turned out to be a 6-year volunteer job. But I'm really excited that the International Federation for Home Economics World Congress will happen in Atlanta in September. Just really excited about that, and I know that many people in this room are presenters or are registered attendees, and so I'm going to look forward to seeing you there. Once again, thank you to AAFCS. Thank you to everyone that I see in the room. I have so many mentors as I look around at the different tables. It's a real honor and privilege.
Our second DSA honoree is Barbara George, CFCS retired. The Wisconsin Association of Family Consumer Sciences it is an honor to nominate Barbara George, CFCS, for the 2022 AAFCS Distinguished Service Award. She is an extraordinary family and consumer scientist who practices as a business professional. She touched the lives of family and consumer sciences educators in Wisconsin, as well as those across the nation and world in her role as the Family Consumer Sciences and Nutrition Sales Director for NASCO, headquartered in Washington. She is a leader, role model, and someone who works side by side with others, professionals providing a passionate voice for FCS. So we'll look at Barb's video. I'd like to invite Barb up to say a few words.
These are heavy. It might put my luggage over the limit. I need lots of notes. I can't speak like you, Bev. Otherwise, you never know what will come out of my mouth. Thank you so much. What an honor. I first would like to congratulate Bev and Marilyn. It's a real honor for me to be mentioned in the same class as them. I've respected them my whole career. I've been a very non-traditional professional. I'm an educator in everything I do, but only in a formal classroom for 2 semesters. In fact, the day I wrote this, I had a long talk in the grocery store with the man that was buying oatmeal. He just was so confused about all the different kinds of oatmeal. At first, I was an Extension 4-H youth agent at the county and then the state level. Even the years when I sold farm real estate and was a commercial appraiser and auctioneer, I used my FCS background. I was counseling people into thinking about their spending and their life planning, sometimes even diet. I worked with people in high-stress situations during family death, divorce, and bankruptcy as in legal proceedings as, yeah, I didn't write that down. I did appraisals and then I testified as an expert witness. If I were going to redo anything in my life though, it would be to work at NASCO sooner. I truly enjoyed my 16 years there. I love the product development, sourcing good things from other vendors to make your jobs easier, the travel, the sales calls, and sometimes providing leadership to AAFCS. It's been a good ride. I had nutrition distributors in 45 countries and did many international nutrition shows. I really did enjoy my travel and the work that I did with the USDA, CNPP, and you saw the picture with Michelle Obama. That was really the highlight of my career. I couldn't have done it alone. I had the best life partner ever. I married my husband 45 years ago next week. He's been gone for 13 years. But I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for my county 4-H agent, who one day while we were swimming at 4-H camp said, "You should go to Stout and be a 4-H agent." And nobody else ever gave me any career advice. So, they really didn't. You know, girls were just gonna get married back then and you didn't need to think about what you were gonna do. So I did exactly what she said. And that same person hired me as a summer 4-H agent when I was in college. That was 50 years ago this summer. Keep connecting with your students. You never know how it affects them. That same person nominated me for this very award. Thank you, Mary Kay Merwin, for being such an important influence in my life. You've been the best friend and mentor a girl could ask for. I'd also like to thank Carol Anderson and Ginny Hall for helping put my application together. And thank you to those of you that wrote letters of support and our Wisconsin affiliate. I'd also like to really thank the leaders at NASCO who hired me and gave me the opportunity and freedom to do what I thought was needed to support FCS in so many ways. I had great coworkers and friends that have helped me to be successful through this life. I'm the oldest of 5 children. My mother is still alive and hopefully she'll get to see this next week. So hi, Mom. The most important role in my life, though, has been that of a mother. I'm very proud of mother of 4 successful people. They live in 4 states and have produced 6 grandchildren so far. I miss doing a lot of things with them as they grew up. From painful 6th grade band concerts I couldn't go to because I was traveling. My husband had to deal with that. All the way to an all-state academic football presentation and much in between. Thanks to Jody, Ryan, Adam, and Ann for allowing me to have a career and to teach independence and work ethic and leadership to you. You've exceeded my expectations, but don't stop yet. My oldest and youngest surprised me by traveling to Florida, and I'd like to introduce them. Where did Jody go? Jody and Jewell. Their brothers are home in North Carolina and Wisconsin, and hopefully we'll watch with their families later. Thank you so very much for this wonderful award. I am just so honored and humbled.
All right, so our final DSA honoree is Marilyn Swerk, CFCS, retired. The Florida affiliate of the American Association of Family and Consumer Sciences is honored to nominate Marilyn Swerk. She has had a long and distinguished career as an educator, leader, mentor, businesswoman, and volunteer. Her energy, enthusiasm, creativity, and professionalism have propelled her to the very top of her game. Many of Marilyn's efforts within the association have been enduring ones, including the Take It to the Streets initiatives. And I think her first initiative was the obesity initiative, and then the first pandemic with Prevent H1N1 initiative. These efforts have impact on countless number of families nationwide and garnered recognition for our profession. So let's watch Marilyn's video. Marilyn will say a few words.
They're gonna have the whole.
Yes, I was like.
Lorna has warned me that if I get my timing wrong, she's gonna throw things at me. So, friends, please protect me. Anyway, I thank the association very much for this wonderful honor, and I am humbled and excited and also thrilled for Bev and for Barbara. It's great that we have people that have had a link to secondary education getting the DSA award. I'd like to thank my family, because remember, we're an association that has family first. My husband Alan is right here. Give a little wave. Say hi to him. Please tell him, though, that most family and consumer sciences professionals are bad ladies. Well, no, they're not bad ladies anymore. They're rolling suitcase ladies. We like our stuff. I know there's some of you that have trunks of fabric and have admitted it on Facebook. You have to be careful what you put on Facebook. But anyway, we do love our stuff. Also, I'd like to introduce my grandson, Nicholas. Many of you know the story of Nicholas's life, which was a bit tumultuous at first, but my husband and I became part of the PASTA, and that's parenting a second time around, and Nicholas has been with us since he was 3. However, when his mother was pregnant and due to deliver, I was on the board of directors. Debbie Nelson remembers.
Yep, I was sitting right next to you.
We were sitting at a board meeting, and I said to the executive director, listen, I'm expecting an important phone call. So can I leave my phone on? She said yes. Everybody in the board knew that this beautiful baby was going to arrive. Well, we're working on some issue, and the phone rings. You want to see 10 people jump in their seats all at once? Well, it was American Airlines telling me that my flight was on time. The baby came a little later than that, but we're very proud of her. So thank you for being here, Nick. I do have other family members that could not be here, but I'm so glad that 2 of my 3 favorite guys are here. I would also like to thank Judy Kreutzer. She is my campaign manager, so she might be eating you up for money, I don't know. If you went to the Twice as Nice swap, you will know how persuasive Judy can be. So I'm just warning you ahead of time. I also would like to thank Pat Hetrick. Now she's the past chair of elementary, secondary, and adult education. Pat and the community of elementary and secondary and adult education co-nominated me with the Florida affiliate. And I want to say a word or 2 about Pat. Don't be afraid, Pat, it'll be fun. Pat is so incredibly positive and organized. She just is a really wonderful supporter, and I think one of the speakers talked about people supporting one another and learning from one another. We're not top down. We have to learn from each other. And we have to learn from students, especially in the area of technology. Anyway, sometimes I had Bev Carr help me. She said I was a quick learner. I think that was a nice compliment. I'd also like to thank Betty McQueen, past president of the Florida affiliate. As I said, it was a co-nomination. And Betty is an amazing woman. If you have met her, I think you will agree. She's been a member for 63 years. She's 80+ years old, and nothing can stop Betty. I am so proud of Betty. Thank you for helping this nomination go through. Also, I would like to thank my mentors. Now, I'm going to use some P words now and then. I have come full circle. I became the Teacher of the Year in Orlando. And look where I am back again. You know, so you have to go in a circle and get to where you want to be. Not that this is, I mean, I'm happy that I'm here, but it wasn't like an ultimate goal. You just do what you do in this field, and it might take you places. Anyway, when I became Teacher of the Year, it was presented to me by Peggy Wild. You probably saw the photo. And Peggy gave me a little push. She took my acceptance speech, and of course she told me she was going to put it in the front of the catalog. Well, all of a sudden there's 8,000 posters with my poem on it going through classrooms in the United States. And of course, I had mentors also that told me get a copyright. So I did. So when it changed to Family and Consumer Sciences, I gave Glencoe permission to reproduce the poster again. There are 25,000 posters that time. I'm like, I'm in classrooms all over the country. That's pretty scary. This is this girl from the smallest state in the union whose affiliate just didn't ever get recognized nationally. And there I was, hanging around in all these classrooms. Well, then I took it from there, and I had to create my own posters because we ran out. And some of you have seen them probably in the hub. I also had t-shirts. I have superintendents across the country wearing that t-shirt, and people who have it hung in their showcase. Gotta get the word out. Doesn't have to be my stuff. It can be anybody's stuff. But just get FCS out of there. We've got a brand. Use it. Put it on address labels every time you order something, every time you want to thank somebody for something. We spent a long time developing that logo under the leadership of Sue Bird. She was president at the time. I was past president, and we belabored getting a great logo for the profession. We do have a great one for the association. That happened during my year, so I think they're both very important. But you gotta strut your stuff. We've got to get everybody to use that label. I don't care if you wear it on a shirt, whatever. Put it on wherever it is, because if people see a logo, if I showed you a logo and didn't tell you it was Toyota, you would still know. So let's do that same thing for Family and Consumer Sciences. I'd also like to thank Penny Ralston. Penny is not here, but she's another one that gave me a push. I got into the Early Childhood Initiative, and somehow I became chair of the initiative. And people have said I'm pushy as well. I don't know where they get that from. But I encourage almost every affiliate to become involved in almost every section and division. And Penny said, you know, I'm not so sure you should be a teacher. Maybe you need to be an Army recruiter. That was Penny. So she was a great motivator for me, and I said, well, what do I do now? I've done this Early Childhood Initiative. I want to do something else. She says, well, I think you should be vice president of program, and then I think you'll be president. I'm like, are you kidding me? But anyhow, no, I'm still kind of putting that aside. But Penny is also pushy. She's not here, so I can say that, but she's probably going to watch this video. But she knows this. She kept chasing me around. Now, when are you going to run for the board? I said, Penny, I want to chair ESAE first. I want to work with the people I came from. So I did. I chaired ESAE. We had a great time. We did the silent auction. We did the incentive. We did the raffle. We did all kinds of stuff. Somebody said less is more, and I'm like, heck no, we've got to just do it all. And they did it very well. I had great people I worked with. I also wanted to tell you why she was pushy. I'm sorry, I have notes and I should really look at them more often. But anyhow, when I finished my term, or just before I finished my term with ESAE, I became a leader. At the annual meeting, I was honored with the designation of leader. Penny Ralston had I'm not sure how to say this, the bravery to go over to my husband and my mother and say, Marilyn, promise me. So then I had to run for VP of program, and the rest is history. I didn't realize it was going to wind up like that. Don Bauer wrote me a letter of recommendation. I admire and respect him so, so much. He is a Southern gentleman with a great sense of humor. I'm glad he isn't here, though he'd probably be throwing some jokes at me. I'd also like to thank Nancy Gronowski, who also wrote a letter of recommendation for me. Nancy encouraged me to get involved on the international front. She kept encouraging me, and I said, I have a young child at home. An old lady like you? Yes, so give me time. Anyway, I did get involved. I was invited to Japan twice. I considered that a wonderful honor. I guess I said the right things. I taught them how to hug, too. Some of them, not a big group, because I had to learn how to do this, but it was just a very rewarding experience. The second time that I went to Japan, it was because the first group got me to come back, and Nancy and I went together. I had a conference before Arahi, where I gave a presentation, but then we went to Arahi together, which is the Asian Regional Association of Home Economics. She's like the guru of IFHE leadership, so she knew everybody, but we met people from Malta, we met people from Malaysia, we met people from all over China, learned how to do some Japanese dances. They had wonderful banquets, and Nancy and I did it together, and probably something that excited us that they probably laughed at about us was that we wanted to know if there was a dollar store. That's family and consumer sciences for you. Well, they said it's an N store. They don't pronounce it with a Y. So Nancy and I went shopping. And really, yeah, you're right, there was some very lovely souvenirs. See, I have to be careful because my husband checks how heavy my suitcase is when I come back. But the other thing, this was one of the most exciting things that happened to me. I had just finished a presentation at this meeting, and this young woman, a university professor, came up to me and she said, I have been wanting to meet you. And I'm thinking, okay, have I met her before? How would I know somebody from Singapore? I've never been there. She said, well, you know, my students and I Googled family and consumer sciences, and your name keeps coming up. So I was like, really? This is amazing. But then I thought, Google, you gotta be careful what you put on the internet. But anyhow, a week later, and you probably saw it when you saw the pictures roll, there was a picture of me in the middle, and it said wearing many hats and so on. I was not conceited enough to make that myself. I don't want you to think that. I was a homework assignment. This professor assigned her students to pick leaders and to create a project, so I was a project. But I was so humbled and flattered by that. Okay, I want to talk a minute about our profession. Okay, you ready to throw things at me here?
You have about a minute, so.
A minute, okay, well, let's see. Profession, we're multifaceted. I said we were like a diamond. We sparkle. We have a lot of differences. We need to make our diamond last forever. We need to make it keep shining. We are doing that for you. And also, I want to say I'm chronologically gifted. So if I have forgotten anybody's name, and yes, my hair is chemically enhanced. I was a brunette, so, you know, full disclosure. Anyway, I've loved the people I've met. I have given presentations at every affiliate but 6. So I have met, when I go to meetings, it's like it takes me half an hour to walk, because, you know, you get to know people. when people invite you to their affiliate, like Queen for a day, if you go back to your classroom, you wonder why nobody's clapping after your lesson. That's another thing. Partnerships, I believe strongly in partnerships. I just want to briefly, I promise, tell you about 2 of the partnerships that were invaluable to me. One was Prepare Tomorrow's Parents, and I'm thinking, how did they get my name? Well, they learned about the Early Childhood Initiative. For those of you that are new to the profession, you never know where it's going to lead you. So they invited me to be part of an advisory exploration committee to get parenting education in the schools, and they figured family and consumer sciences, that's part of what you do, and they felt that parenting education was absent. I think you will all agree with that. So they invited me to Boca Raton for 5 days, and who was I to say no? I graciously went, met on this board. I mean, I cannot believe the connections these people had. I met the creative producer of Masterpiece Theater, and I got to represent parenting education on a national video introduced by Mandy Patinkin. I couldn't believe it. I had to drive to Boston. There were 2 dogs running around this house, and there's the creator producer of Masterpiece Theater videotaping me. So, you never know where this is going to lead you. The other partnership was the National Association of Partners in Education, and they believed in partnering with education, but mostly business entities. I learned so much from them, but I want to tell you, Prepare Tomorrow's Parents and NAPE, National Association of Parent, okay, this is good. National Association of Partners in Education learned an awful lot about family and consumer sciences. In fact, the state president of the Association of Partners in Education said to me, well, tell me more about what you do. Oh, you'll be sorry when you ask me that question. So she involved my students in bringing lessons to the community. Now, if you've had child development students, you have any kids writing lesson plans and all that. My students didn't have to write lesson plans on this one. And the elementary teacher said, your students are better than some of the kids that come out of college. Of course, they had this script, and the theme was ourselves, the first year, kindergarten, our families, the second year, and the third year was the community. What a fit that was for us. It was absolutely wonderful. Okay, another P. I'm almost done, I promise. Don't throw things at me. I believe in persuasion. I mentioned the word pushy before. All of us need to look out and see who we think would be future leaders. I've also been accused of being a vacuum cleaner because excuse the term, I suck people into doing things. And sometimes they say thank you. I also have encouraged people that were very shy about getting into leadership and kind of, nudge them along. Nudging sounds better than pushing. I had a very dear friend from Rhode Island, and I said, you have to come and get involved. So she told somebody at staff she was like putty in my hands. I don't understand about that. But anyhow, I said, please come to annual meeting and present your curriculum at Curriculum Showcase. Her answer, my program's not good enough. I said, yes it is, you have to do this. Well, the next thing you know, she's on the awards committee. The next thing you know, she's vice chair of ESAE. And the next thing you know, she's National Teacher of the Year. So you never know. I've had people that have become president that I've nudged along when I'm sharing this award with tonight, Miss Bev. But most of all, you need to be proud of your profession. You need to have the passion. And being a teacher, I just have my props. Think positively. Okay. I've been called the Energizer Bunny, but the Energizer Bunny's batteries, and I can speak for a lot of the Energizer Bunnies, are kind of getting a little slower. That's why we have to nudge the young professionals. I'm really proud of our young professionals. Okay, the last thing, remember our diamond and remember to show your passion. And thank you again for this award, AAFCS, and for everyone in this room that got me there. Thank you.
But thank you all for coming tonight.